Hello folks, my name's Leo and I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on using links in Wix. It's a little bit cold here, so I'm all rugged up and you can see the site that I've got there, it's cold as well, so appropriate. Anyway, let's get started. Just to be sure, links are used in websites to move us from one page to another. So the links can be internal, moving us from one page to another within our site, or they can be external, directing us outwards to a completely new site. I'm just going to give a bit of an overview so you have an understanding of how to set up links and how they may apply to your own page. So let's get started. So here I am on my home page, and this is one of the preset Wix templates. And links can take a number of different forms. So probably one of the most obvious kinds of links that we see are indeed button links. So we can see a few button links around here. And once we click on a link, or on a button for example, we get the little options menu come up. And it's quite obvious just here that we can get the link menu. And once we get that link menu back up, let's do that one. I can click on that little link icon, and on the left hand side of this box here we can see a whole array of different kind of links. I'm only going to show you a few today. So let's just have a look at this web address link. Now this actually constitutes an external link. So if I click on here, it's going to ask me for the URL. So it can be any external link that we like. Perhaps information about a weather report or something like that if we're still talking about our snow theme. Now if I go over here and I click on page, this is our internal link. Moving across to the right here, we can see at the moment it's set to link to, so the destination link will be the home page. If I click this little down arrow here, I can set it to one of the various other pages within my site. And all the while when I set these links up, I can actually practice. I can see what it looks like over here in the little preview section. So I can just test my links to make sure they're all working okay. You'll also notice just here, it says how does it open? If we click on new window, what it actually does is it opens inside a new tab. If it's a current window, it'll open over the top of the existing tab, kind of replacing it. Now the one that we haven't looked at so far, we had a look at the web address, so that's an external link, and the page, which is an internal link. We can also do an anchor link as well. Now with an anchor link, I'll just show you exactly how that works. That's very popular these days when most of the information from a website is all on one page. So to get an idea of how that sort of looks, if we just go to the page I've set up here. So let's do a little preview and get an idea of how it works. So you can see some text that I put in here, and I put a link in the text. Now if I click on that text, you can see it scrolls the page down to this little section here. Now what this means is people who come to a web page and they land on the home page and they want to get to a particular section but not read everything in between, we can use anchor links to help them navigate their way around. And in practice it's quite easy to set up. So I'll just quickly show you how I did it here. You might notice right about here there's this little graphic. You can see a little anchor and then the name of the anchor link there. So what that actually means is when I click on this link here, it tells the browser to jump down to here, to this link. It connects them almost. And if we have a look here at this particular link, I'll just open it up and see if I can edit it. Here's the link here. And let me just see if I can inspect it. I might as well just get rid of that link. Now, to create a link with text, we have to select the text first. That will bring up this menu here. Then I'll click on the link button. And you remember this little menu from before. So I'm clicking on anchor. And which page is it linking to? I've got to make sure it links to the right page. So it's within the present page, which is this page here, the anchor link practice page. And I also have to make sure that it's linking to the anchor link that I showed you before. So it's linking to Mountain Holidays. When that's done, I simply click on done. And that means my anchor link has been set up. Now, if I want to add a new anchor link to another part of the page, let's say something right down the bottom here, it's simply a matter of coming over here to the left to this add menu and clicking on more at the bottom and then going to anchors, and you can see this little icon here, the anchor icon, and then I just drag it across to the part of the page that I want it to be. Now it's always a good idea when we set up an anchor to rename it so it relates directly to where it takes us. So I'll just put bottom of page or PAG, and that's all set up, so that's ready for me to link back to it. Now this has been a very brief overview, a really great way to get started with links when we use our Wix site. And as always, the best way to learn how to do this stuff is to practice it. If you have any trouble or anything, look up Wix tutorials on Google, and Wix has created a whole lot of information on their site on links as well. So I hope you find this little tutorial on using links within Wix helpful, and all the best, and see you next time.